In a future where disease, pollution, and corporate greed have made getting a delicious meal more difficult than ever, the residents of Night City must prepare their food without eggs, dairy, or meat. This is Cyberpunk Kitchen. We will recreate meals from the action role-playing game Cyberpunk 2077 using ingredients that are readily available. So let's get started with today's recipe and see what a cyberpunk future might taste like. Jambalaya can be found in Cyberpunk 2077 as a consumable that grants health and is considered a medium quality food. Jambalaya is also the main course of a meal prepared by ex-Night City Police Detective River Ward as a thank you to V during the quest Follow the River.
This an ancient Ward family secret?
Uh-huh. Onions, paprika, thyme. Just need to mince some celery and garlic. But you stir, please. Stir.
I'm stirring.
Bet my socks you've never had better jambalaya.
As far as ingredients go, River mentions rice and various vegetables. But River specifically mentions using a soy-based sausage.
You can stir the meat?
Soy meat. Okay.
To my understanding, the traditional sausage for jambalaya is andouille, a spicy smoked pork sausage that originated in France. This makes sense if you consider the connection between Cajun cooking and French culture. I was not able to find a no-meat andouille sausage, but to my surprise, I was able to find a meat-free chorizo in a regular grocery store. Not exactly the same, being of Spanish origin, but still a spicy sausage. If you can't find a soy-based chorizo, the next best thing would be a smoked or Italian-style sausage. I found a few different brands in my local grocery store. The remaining ingredients were easy to locate. A list of those ingredients are in the text below this video along with their quantities. I find it's easier to pre-measure ingredients and stage them in the order in which they're needed. One quick note on the Cajun seasoning. I purchased a jar of pre-mixed seasoning and I also mixed my own. All in all, I would say that the pre-mix tasted better, but I will leave a recipe for creating your own below. The sausage. I found that the meat-free sausages tend to both fall apart and stick to the pan, not the ideal combination. So start by carefully browning 2 sausages by themselves in a bit of oil. Use the same saucepan that you'll use for cooking the rest of the meal. To prevent the sausage from sticking too badly, constantly move them around in the pan. These sausages are quite oily, which is fine. The rendered oil will get soaked up by the rice. Once the sausage is browned, remove it from the saucepan to cool while the rest of the recipe is prepared. Next, add the chopped onions to the still hot saucepan and cook them till soft, about 2 minutes. Stir the seasoning into the saucepan. Once the seasoning gives off its fragrance, pour in the vegetable broth. This should deglaze anything stuck to the saucepan. Add the stewed tomatoes. Add in the rice and bring everything to a boil. Turn the heat down and simmer for about 20 minutes, stirring often. In between stirs, cut the sausage into bite-sized slices. Once the rice has absorbed all the liquid, add the sausage back into the saucepan. Remove the saucepan from the burner and serve. Let's take a look at the nutrition information for this recipe. Big disclaimer here. The actual nutrition information will depend heavily on the brand of sausage used. The fat content and calories vary wildly between brands. That being said, here's a good place to start. This recipe was very easy to make. The prep time is minimal, consisting of measuring ingredients and chopping some onions and some other vegetables. Cook time is about a half hour. Most of that time is spent simmering the rice. The aroma and presentation are appealing. Between the spicy sausage and the Cajun seasoning, the recipe is very flavorful. I can't really tell a difference, taste or consistency wise, using the meat-free sausage. So let's take a look at what the Primo meter has to say. Thanks for watching.